Hello, so I'm going to talk to you today about the 5 essential elements for outreach. So creating quality content doesn't necessarily guarantee you high quality links, citations and things like brand awareness. You need to put the time in to consider your outreach approach, because if you get this right, then that's going to be the key to your success. So outreach is when you go towards bloggers and sites and you're actively promoting your content. That's with the intention of them sharing it, linking to it, or perhaps hosting it on their site. So if we look at the first factor, that's relevancy. So right at the ideation stage, when you're creating your content, have your audience in mind. Think about who's going to read it, but also who's going to share it. The second point is research. Make the time to make sure that you're approaching the right industries, because if you approach them with something that they wouldn't talk about, then you're wasting both of your time. So using tools like Gorkana, you can hone it down to the right industry, and then in terms of the site, the department, and even the right person to speak to. The third essential element is timing. So if a story breaks that is relevant to your industry or just your business or your client's business, then it's really good to get something out there. But I must stress, don't do it just for the sake of it, because it's essentially like a room full of people all having the same conversation, and if you're not adding to it, then you're not going to get the full effect. So if you are going to put something out there, make sure you include stats and sources and quotes. The fourth essential element is storytelling. So with that, I'm not talking about when you're creating the content necessarily. This is more when you're doing your outreach. So you've got to think that these bloggers and journalists receive thousands of calls and emails a day. So you really need to make your message stand out. A great tip that I've come up with is to promote your story in one sentence. If you can't sell your sentence in one story, then why should someone else be invested in it? So you need to really make the time to sell what you're talking about. The fifth and final essential element is goals. So I would say that it's best to aim high. Yes, there is the low-hanging fruit out there, but if you aim higher, and let's say you get some national press, it's going to make it so much easier when you go to talk to the local press. So with these 5 essential elements for outreach, we've used them at Kuzai, and it's helped us to gain local and national press, so that's online and in print, as well as radio airtime. So I really don't see why, if you utilise these elements, you can't achieve the same for yourself, for your business and for your clients. So thank you very much for listening. And if you need any more information, visit kuzai.com or take a look at the social profiles on the next slide. Thank you.